There is a definite sense of occasion here as both teams square up to each other with fire in their eyes. This is a day for hope, for expectation, for renewed ambition. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. So things are underway.
David Seaman, clearly one of the finest English goalkeepers of modern times.
Well, Peter, if you're part of the defence in front of him, the lines of communication are fully open. He has a big say in redirecting traffic away from his box.
And his career went on and on and on.
Listen, the best tend to stay around.
Great defending, strong and determined. Looking to pass their way up the pitch.
Del Piero!
Oh, denied! Brilliantly!
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Pavard. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Elects to cross. And he's taking no chances there. So, Jim, what has caught your eye in these early exchanges?
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach.
Tries a shot! Goal! Milan! Gorgeous, just gorgeous.
That was magnificent. The way he cut it so perfectly. I think he's even managed to surprise himself, Peter.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Now it's Pato. And it's Bojan. Now it's Bojan. Space for him to turn and look. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Oh, he's on his own! He's having a shot! It's loose now, and they... Oh, what has happened here? Bellingham. Mateus. Well, the boss won't be happy about that at all. They were pedestrian in possession and carried almost no threat at all. Threads one in. That's been slipped through. Now that's well seen too. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Rodri. Yamal. He's found space here. Maldini cannot be beaten that easily. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Bojan. And the two sides separated. And Bojan! Rice. Yamal. Oh, he's defended very well against those tricky feet. And it's Del Piero. Del Piero will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Rodri. Well timed, excellent interception. Half an hour played now. Mateus. Pato! Well taken goal. And there's the goal they've been looking for. There was no getting to that, no getting to it at all. Expertly done.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
Milan are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
Yeah, and you have to say that the contrast of moods are very visible now. They really fancy them.
Shot, surely! And that has earned a few nods of approval from the bench. Milan with the corner, there first. Del Piero plays it short. Pavard. And now a sudden chance to counter. Tries to pass it through. And he's made sure that's not getting through. Bojan. Milan looking forward to the break after some very good work in the first 45 minutes. Del Piero. Oh, some astute defending there. Pavard. Tries to play it through. Ooh, perfectly measured that. And he shoots! Bojan. Mateus. Not the most accurate pass. Bellingham. And here's Mbappe. Now it's goes for a shot! Bellingham. And it's Rodri. Great vision. Caught offside that time. Bellingham. Oh, that's a key interception. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Oh, shooting chance! And that's a good finish. And deep into first half stoppage time. A timely strike. As simple as you like, the outcome utterly inevitable.
Yeah, keeping calm and taking a touch like that when it's all going on around you isn't...
So, a temporary halt to the action. It's been thrills and spills at either end in the first half. Neither side really seizing the initiative, and both teams still very much in it. And neither side holding back here. It has been quite a half, this.
Well, I think the message from the manager at half-time will be pretty simple, Peter. He's going to want them to play at a higher tempo, press more, higher up the pitch, pass quicker, and entice the opposition out of position. He knows how crucial the next goal will be.
Milan ahead by just the odd goal in 3. It is 2-1 at the interval. And if you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here. Adriano. It's Adriano! Just too much, fractions.
Oh, he overcooked that one, aiming for perfection, and he got it slightly wrong.
And it's Del Piero. That pass has been well intercepted. Pass somewhat off target. Konate kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Knocks it into space. Neither of these two want to come off second best. That'll be a corner. Milan have their second corner now. Del Piero with the short one. Can he finish? And he's stuck it away. And that is what they came to see, what they demanded to see. His first. An opportunist strike, but he'll take it. He will own it.
Yeah, Peter, I think we've got to give the keeper some slack here because he didn't have the greatest view of that, but you've got to give the scorer his due as well. I mean, he had that sharpness of mind and clinical edge.
Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
That has the feeling of a breath of fresh air, Peter, and now they can fill their lungs and just blow them away.
That is good alertness. Saliba. Ronaldo.
Milan are clearly enjoying a very good spell. The flow of momentum is back.
Mbappe! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Mbappe is offering a right smile there.
Mbappe!
Le nombre de spectateurs pour ce match, 80 000.
Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is... takes a shot!
He has saved the goalkeeper's blushes there. What great defending.
Now it's Del Piero.
Oh, great feat, that.
He's shifting through the gears here. Loose ball now. Oh, he's been caught napping.
Deflected behind for a corner kick. So, third corner of the game. Bout of passing here, really easy on the eye. Shot at goal! And that's it. Many thanks to Jim, and with that, it is a very good night to you.
Mesdames et messieurs, je voudrais vous rappeler de ne fumer que dans les zones indiquées. Bienvenidos al partido de hoy.
So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. And we're underway. Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
Frankie de Jong is one of the most versatile midfielders in the game, capable of playing all sorts.
He's gone for goal. Oh, full marks for that effort.
Actually looks pretty annoyed with himself there. He's usually better than that.
Creole is there, and he can pick it up. He's a sharp little ball here. He has slightly undercooked that one.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
It's a promising position. Bojan Krkić gets flagged offside. He's not got that quite right. That's good pressing, squeezing the play. Bojan. That's Rijkaard. Cafu. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Can he get away here? He was under real... Adriano! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
And we have our very first corner. And it's been taken short. He's having a shot! And he's there to belt it away. Milan are applying all the early pressure.
Yeah, it's a good start, Peter, and they look hungry for goals, and they'll be aware of having to capitalise in such a good...
And there's the shot! Alessandro Del Piero, another ice-cool goal! Oh, it really is a finish of the highest order. The first significant strike. Stylish in the extreme, a delicious goal.
That was magnificent. The way he caught it so perfectly, I think he's even managed to surprise himself, Peter.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Mateus can see things others simply cannot. And it's Del Piero. Del Piero making good progress. Stood up well to him there. Messi. Now this could be a chance. And this is Luis Suarez. Mateus with the clearance. And it's Fernandes. Knocks it into space. Shapes to shoot! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Fernandes tries to think it through. There's the shot! He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post. Engages and forces him off the ball. Looking to play him in. And this is Pato. He has found the way through. Casillas breathes a sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball. And they can counter here. This looks promising. And here's De Jong. Tries to play it through. Oh, what a ball! Real chance! Bojan. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. And the score is 1-0. And he's really put himself on the line here. Cleared without hesitation. And now they can spring out of defence. No, he wasn't being taken in by that trickery. Casillas. Rijkaard. Cannavaro cuts out the pass. Can he get it through? Cannavaro does well to get it back. And it's Bojan. And this is Adriano. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. Rijkaard is always scanning the pitch for targets.
Milan can certainly afford to see this half out now and reset during the break.
He's looking on, and Del Piero! And that has fizzed wide.
Oh, he just got it ever so slightly wrong, Peter. There wasn't much in that at all.
No, that's been intercepted. Del Piero. Into the final 5 minutes of the first half. And here's Bojan. Mateus. Messi. And it's Camavinga. Del Piero gets on his bike and on the move. Nice control. Del Piero! Crossbar comes to the rescue. Cannavaro gets it clear. And it's Del Piero. De Jong. Oh, this looks sharp. Now it's Luis Suarez. And now the breakaway.
Have beautifully policed that midfield.
And we've reached half-time. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here. Milan up by 1 goal at the halfway point.
There's plenty of positives to take despite the lead being so small, Peter. I think playing well, good energy, a little more composure up front perhaps. That's not too much to ask.
Milan just ahead here in a tight game. They are 1-0 to the good. So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half. Milan leading courtesy of the game's only goal. Looking for the run. Oh, that's fabulous. Fernandez. Some resolute defending there. Del Piero. Can he get on the end of this? Oh, he's bustling. And Del Piero! He's got a goal! A 2-goal lead, and they're firmly in control. What a delicious goal, stroked in like a maestro.
Oh, give me this every week. The technical ability was superb, and you can see he meant every bit of this.
Milan are doing very nicely, thank you.
Well, that's a real psychological weight off the shoulders, I think. It's a very different game now at 2 up.
Bojan. Can he finish? And a terrific save from the keeper.
Adriano really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Corner number 2 then. They've played it short. That's Rijkaard. Picked chance for a shot! But he's left disappointed. Corner number 3 coming up. Fernandez tries to clear. Tries to pass it through. Del Piero. Del Piero! Oh, nice. Just not quite.
Well, that was certainly bold, Peter. He's never short on confidence.
So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. That's gone for a throw-in. Pato looking to shake off some unwanted attention.
Yeah, and if they're going to try and stop him in this fashion, Peter...
Takes a shot! They want to be quick to recover. Shot, surely! And he's following up! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Del Piero actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
De Jong. Fernandez. He's on it, can he get away?
Well, yet another interception and a show of anticipation to be commended.
Now it's Pato. Pinches it off him. De Jong. Now it's Aubameyang. Now it's Messi. And this is Luis Suarez. And this is Messi. Good ball, good take. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Del Piero, and he's been shifted off it. Adriano, looking for the chance to skim one in from range. It's Adriano! Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stopped.
That's good running. It makes life so much easier when you have people who are willing to go beyond the defence like that.
So changes afoot here, and from both sides.
Messi será reemplazado por el dorsal 18.
Milan are, of course, in a position to go to the bench should the need arise. In with the challenge. Fernandez, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Oh, nicely intercepted. And it's Gerrard. De Jong. And Fernandez. Rijkaard. Oh, it's Van Basten. That has been cut short. Alexander-Arnold. And it's Zanetti. Zanetti has got himself a free kick. Maldini is one of those players who's known for reading the game better than anyone. And this is Van Basten. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Milan clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Nesta promptly onto that, and that is that.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped. Might want to be careful there.
Threads one in.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
De Jong. Shevchenko. So what can they make of this? De Jong. Looking for options for movement. Alexander-Arnold gets into a good position. Cafu.
Habrá 2 minutos de descuento.
To Gerrard. Del Piero. And it's Rijkaard. Gerrard. Confirmation that there will be 2 minutes stoppage time. And this is Gerrard. Del Piero takes the shot! And with that, the end. And so they have the outcome they desire. A dose of reality and quality, absolute togetherness, and the job is done. Del Piero picking up the Man of the Match award, and no surprise there. How do you look back on the game then, Jim?
Milan definitely impressing me here, especially the way that attack clicked. Whether it was link-up play, running in behind, this has just been a great day at the office.
Many thanks to Jim, and with that, it is a very good night to you. Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. Things already rolling.
Now here's a fine representative for the fullbacks union, Pete.
Tries a shot! He's scored!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate. On heels rather than toes.
And that really is so impressive.
I'm not making any apologies, but I was willing him to supply the finish, and he came up trumps.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Silvestre. Great vision. Cafu cuts out the pass. There's a sharp little ball here. Quality ball. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Raul. Looking for options for movement. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Knocks it into space. Zanetti. So just the one early goal to report so far. And the score is 1-0.
And he could have done himself a massive favour by just lifting his head up there. You know, it would have been a better picture of what was going on around him.
Rijkaard. Oh, that's well spotted. Bojan. And the pass is intercepted. First quarter of an hour gone. Ferdinand promptly onto that, and that is that. Cristiano Ronaldo. Now, can they get him away? Del Piero. Bojan. O'Reilly cannot be beaten that easily. Rijkaard. And it's Bojan. Opts for safety. Not getting too much time on the ball here. That is good pressing. Now it's Bojan. Rijkaard is always looking to break lines. Silvestre. This is promising. Mateus. He's on it. Can he get away? Bojan. Mateus. And a chance! Well taken goal. Oh, but the flag's up.
Well, I think he knew, Peter, the way he sheepishly looked across.
A moment's uncertainty there, but it is the right call. Adriano. And this is Pato. Pato touches it back. Cafu. And it's Puyol. And Bojan. The message is clear, none shall pass. Mateus. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball.
Are certainly playing with an intense focus in executing their plan here.
A quick look, thought about cutting inside. Drives it in. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. Silvestre is always looking to play quality balls. Decent chance! It's anyone's ball now. Very nicely done. And he's whipped it across. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. Now try to spin that positively. I certainly can't. And it's Del Piero. And this is Pato. Silvestre. Ibrahimovic.
Milan really should be happy to let this half run out now and go again second.
Ibrahimovic tries to pass it through.
Gets a good foot in there.
There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through.
Cristiano Ronaldo must have made the worst possible choice there. It was crying out to be released left.
He's in plenty of space here. Getting up there! And oh, he's got that completely wrong. And it's Bojan. Spread neatly. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Now, who's going to be first to this? So much time and... Can he finish? And we've reached half-time. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead and that gives them something to build on after the break. Milan just ahead then as we reach 45 minutes.
Yeah, on the face of it, it looks a fair reflection of what we've all seen, Peter. Some incisive play one side, battling qualities on the other. I think this game is there to be won, and a minor tweak maybe all it needs to change it.
Milan just ahead here in a tight game. They are 1-0 to the good. The second half is up and running.
Well, my advice would be to keep at it. If you're doing well, keep it going.
And he's in on goal. Shapes to shoot.
All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Del Piero is there, and he can get that clear. That's good running with the ball. Del Piero is someone with real dynamite in his boots. Adriano is flagged offside. Mateus. And this is Pato. Oh, now he can run away with it. Oh, he's having a go! Oh, that was wicked, a truly wicked effort.
Yeah, I mean, I guess he tried one of his specials.
Maldini. Passing is crisp and sharp. Del Piero. Milan are still that goal to the good. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
O'Reilly, he's found a way through. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested.
I'm struggling to work out whether that was brave or a bit stupid. Maybe both, actually.
Takes a shot. Now that has posed a few awkward questions.
He actually looks pretty annoyed with himself there. He's usually better than that.
Defending was strong and firm. And it's Pato. Neither of these two want to come off second best.
How many interceptions have we seen now? Someone's got to up the quality and set an example.
He's having a hit! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
They've played it short. He'll try from distance! Oh, cracking effort.
A good disguise on that, though. I don't think many people would have expected him to absolutely clatter it the way he did.
Ibrahimovic, very much a man of this moment. And it's made its way to him. And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. carry on plugging away and eventually you might just get that little break.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Peter, they're leaving nobody guessing now. This is a decisive attempt to go further in front.
And here's Raul. Rijkaard kept his eye on it, and he's there. Now it's Del Piero. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Oh, well measured. Raul. Good ball, good take. He's got plenty of space out wide here. And it's claimed by the keeper. Can he get on the end of this? Baresi is the guilty party there.
Sostituzione di giocatori. Numero 9.
Well, the two coaches are signalling changes here, both at the same time.
Numero 18.
Nice control.
Numero 27. Silvestre.
Now the ball, towering header!
Il numero 8.
Could have won it there and then. He knows that. Oh, he knows it.
Well, for me, he seems to be playing with a lot more zest now. He does look the most likely to grab that second goal cushion.
Now, this could be a chance. And he was quick to react.
Milan surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive route by now.
Oh, shooting chance! It's a carbon copy of the previous miss.
Roma really have stepped it up now. They could have been a bit more greedy and forced the issue.
Triol with the clearance. And now they can spring out of defence. Oh, that's really good play on the right. He's driving forward. Olise. Great ball, and he's in here. Caught offside that time.
Milan nearly finished it off there, but now it's a case of waiting for the whistle.
Oh, he's managed to get himself offside. Now it's Luis Suarez. Looking to play him in. Now that looks a decent ball. De Bruyne to chance! Firm header just off target.
That's a really decent chance.
Milan close now to seeing this one through to the end. Julie.
Oh, that's sweet, almost telepathic. Oh, good read. He's trying to hit the front line here. Rijkaard. Juve. This looks promising. And he shoots! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Juve actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Milan have their second corner now. And it's been taken short. And that is as far as it goes. Milan have held on. They have doggedly, sometimes frantically, preserved the tightest of leads.
Hello everyone, and welcome to
Oh, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. And that gets things running. Beijing FC have opted for a 4-4-2 formation.
I think it gets a terrible raw deal these days. It's deemed old-fashioned, outdated, but in truth, with the right personnel, it works just as well as any other system or formation. Success can still be had with it, and teams are still winning big trophies with exactly this setup.
A big chance! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Milan with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. He leaps for it! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Adriano clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Milan have their second corner now. Definitely not one of his best. Kaká in the side, just about as box office as it gets.
Yeah, I totally agree. He, in many ways, the blueprint of the modern-day number 10, lauded for his simple and very graceful style of play. Really is a player who has the lot.
You come to the game just to see him play. That is lovely. Cross needs to be... And a header!
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Bojan. And it's Del Piero. Oh, he's having a go! And that is certainly not what he had in mind.
Well, that always looked a little ambitious for me, but still, at least he had the confidence to take it on.
Kajolu. It's been a pretty high-octane start, at least from one side's perspective.
Yeah, they've been livelier and hungrier and looked the more likely to register first.
Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
Beijing clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Pirlo carries the ball down the right. Bojan. Nice sequence of passes, this. Kaka is the type of player who always likes having a bit of space in front of him. Neither side yet able to find the net. Cafu.
Beijing definitely have the look of a team that likes to counter-attack, Peter.
Yeah, that is clear. Just look at how they line up.
Well, in other words, they don't mind being patient.
Nice control. This looks promising. And this is Lewis. And the shot! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Mateus running with the ball. Del Piero. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Looking for a runner. Maldini kept his eye on it, and he's there. Bojan. Cafu. And it's Bojan. Kajolu. Now it's Luis Suarez. Now it's Raul. That's where it came from. Mateus. And it's Bojan. Driving forward. Bojan Kurkic cuts a frustrated figure right now. He just cannot get away.
They're just trying to negate his influence, and it looks like whatever it takes.
Passes short and sharp. Luis Suarez! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Kaka goes short. Incoming delivery. Terrific effort! Milan are looking to go forward now. Bojan. It's still 0-0, but no shortage of effort. And it's made its way to him. Oh, such a clever touch. And he's gone backward here. He's having a pop! Oh, nice. Just not quite.
Well, that was certainly bold, Peter. He's never short on confidence.
Kajolu is looking to influence the game from out wide. Cafu. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Oh, played through for the wide man. Oh no, what has happened here? He's had a fair tumble under that challenge.
2 added minutes have been
Maldini. And Mateus. Bojan. And Mateus. And that brings the first half to a close. So we go in at half-time with both defences still yet to be breached. They rather cancelled each other out in the first period. Let us see what the second half brings. So your views on the first half?
It's a bit disappointing the way the team couldn't make the most of what looked like a pretty high-octane start, Peter. But this break should give them enough time to rediscover their focus and intent and start the second half in a similar manner. They have to keep believing.
Still waiting for this to take off. It's goalless at half-time. Back on the way then.
Well, I can imagine both managers have been in the ears of the players. They want more. Let's hope the game comes to life sooner rather than later.
Mateus finds himself offside. Pinches it off him. Pirlo. And it's Luis Suarez. Probing pass.
Well, a few of his teammates are quite furious with him as they felt they were within reach, but he made nothing of it. His boss doesn't look too amused either.
Rijkaard tries to pass it through. Well, that's surely a foul. Free kick. Bojan. Del Piero. And Del Piero! Oh, full marks for that effort.
Oh, it looked like he tried to give it some extra whip.
And he's had it nicked away. Now it's Raul. Cafu. Raul charging forward, the ball at his feet. And it's Pirlo. Pirlo touches it back, looking to pass their way up the pitch. Caggiolu receives it in a good... He's having a shot! Now, who's going to be first to this? He doesn't look too happy with that. Corner number 2 then. Oh, and that one's done no damage in the end.
Well, he looks a little annoyed with himself, Peter, but he hit it well enough. Better look next time, maybe.
Substitution for AC Milan. Number 10.
Time then for the first substitution of the game.
Number 7. Alexandre Pato.
Well into the second half, and still there's nothing between them.
17.
So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here.
Good chance here! Rising over the bar.
A message to the wise, it's probably better to try and get him behind that defence than try that over and over.
So changes afoot here, and from both sides.
7. Raul. Number 23. Kaká. Number 9. Luis Suarez.
Caggiolu. Bellingham. Rijkaard is always looking to break lines. Milan have now used up all but one of their substitution windows. He's in a great position here.
Number
Milan
8,
do have
Steven
options available on the bench if they want to go that way. Rijkaard. Distributed tidily. Cafu. Lee Kang-in is in a really good position out wide. Cafu. Showing great feet there. Lee Kang-in will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. And it's Rijkaard. And it's Rijkaard. Kajolu to Chiellini. Oh, perfectly measured that. He's got away.
Milan clearly are pushing for the win here, Peter. It's making for a very frantic end to this game.
Lee Kang-in. Nicely spread. Cafu. Juve. Julie. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble lay in store. Well, it's very much looking like this might be destined for a scoreless outcome.
And he's quick to get rid. Knocks it out wide. Maldini. Nicely weighted ball, and it's been played through. Now there's a Aguero! Incredible! Just incredible! Well, would you believe that?
the goal scorer for
Truly
Beijing
super
FC.
goal. What a
After
spiky
87
hit that was.
minutes in.
That was magnificent. The way he caught it so perfectly. I think he's even managed to surprise himself, Peter.
Sergio Aguero. Sergio Aguero. Substitution for Beijing FC. Number
Beijing
4.
FC can make their change now with a break in
Coming on
play.
the field is
Beijing
number
FC
15,
look like they've won it,
Manuel Akanji.
but it's not over yet.
Well, these last few moments are going to be pretty frantic, I would think, as the opposition try tooth and nail to get back into this. We're never done.
It's Aguero! It's in! And surely that clinches it! There really is no way back
The
now!
goal scorer for Beijing
That is a
FC.
diamond of a goal!
19 minutes
The planning
in.
immaculate, the
Number 16.
execution brilliant.
That is simply
Aguero.
tremendous. I mean, how easy would it have been to get across it or overhit it? Perfection.
Sergio Aguero.
And now he has
5
two.
minutes at a time.
Beijing FC have surely won it, or so you would think.
Well, I think if they're going to have any hope from here, they'll need to see their more experienced lads step up to the plate now.
Now it's Aguero. Just seeing the board now, it's going to be 5 extra minutes. Oh, well played, well played. Mateus. And that's it. Well, that's a tough one. Losing is never good, but this one feels especially hard to take. Not a lot that went glaringly wrong, but the result is one that will make them suffer.
And now to all
How would you
members of the
summarise what...
Signore e signori, benvenuti
Well,
all'incontro
football is,
di
of course,
oggi tra
ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. So things are underway. So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
It's very hard to miss this guy, Haaland, when there's all 6'4" of him. A player with great football pedigree in his family, remembering his father played in the English top flight. The most talked about man in football. He's really one of a kind and marauds his way around the pitch.
Hard to disagree with that. It is the sort of situation he thrives in. And that's it's Adriano! They've scored!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
Well, a 1-2 is easier to pull off than most dribbles, and I think we've just seen the proof.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. That's a risky ball, you've got to say. So just a one early goal to report so far. 1-0 the score. He's shifting through the gears here. Rijkaard did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. And it's Del Piero. Milan disappointing in the end there. They lack urgency. Mateus. Bojan.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Milan currently a goal to the good, and with the lion's share of the ball. Not the most accurate pass. Cafu, and it's Bojan. Bojan Kurkic going face-to-face with his great rival. Goes for goal! Oh, it's hit the post! And that's definitely not his best. Hullet. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Hazard providing an outlet on that flank. Triol. Del Piero. Del Piero has an approach to the game which is pretty much shoot on sight. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. And he cuts out the supply. Mateus. Bojan. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Cafu plays it. A header! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Adriano clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Distributed tidily. No luck with that dink over the top. Cafu. And it's Bojan. Vieira. Here's Haaland. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Now it's Hazard. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. And it's Bojan. Tries from a long way out. Keeper is right behind it.
Yeah, it seemed the right range, and I guess it was worth a try.
Cafu. Adriano does have his name on the score sheet, of course. Cafu. Not a hint of offside here. Hullet. Hazard. That's destined for the flank. And here's the chance to counter. Well, that pass isn't the best. Nice looking ball. And he's well positioned here. Can he finish? And that's in. AC Milan are all square. Pressure, what pressure? He feels none of it.
Well, he had to deal with an awful lot of unwanted attention, but his tenacity won the day.
We're looking at a different game now.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
We've got 5 minutes till half-time. And it's Del Piero. Oh, he's having a go! Ambitious, but just off target.
Yeah, I mean, I guess he tried one of his specials.
Pull it. Well, that's well seen too. Triol. Rijkaard. Mateus can see things others simply cannot. Del Piero. Haaland. It's a good ball out wide. Tries to pass it through. Now it's Haaland. Haaland! And he couldn't finish.
Well, it goes to show you there's a lot you can do if you have willing runners like that. You'll always get that chance. And it's quite direct from them. It's actually quite long from back to front.
That's it, 45 minutes up. Nothing to separate the two teams at half-time. They've both given it a really good go, and they head into the break all square. So it's one each. How are you seeing it, Jim?
Well, I think we got a good indication of what both sides want to do, Peter. I suspect both will continue with their respective approaches, give or take the odd fine-tuning.
Well, it's been a tight game, but one that's packed with incident and talking points. A decent watch this, and it's 1-1 at half-time. So straight into the second half.
Milan have been the team that have had the lion's share of possession and chances. OK, they haven't got much to show for it, but I think it's a case of keeping...
It's Ibrahimovic! Oh, he's managed to get it all wrong.
That's good running. It makes life so much easier when you have people who are willing to go beyond the defence like that.
Rijkaard. More and more pressure on the ball here. Bojan. And it's Gullit. Great ball if he can get there. Oh, that's nice.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Mateus. Ball played for Del Piero. Del Piero quietly revving up. Del Piero. And it's Bojan. Bojan Kurkic will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing. A good chance here! Oh, nice. Just not quite.
Yep, certainly could have been something so much more.
Rijkaard gathers from the goal kick. Bojan. And here's Pato. Now, can they get... And the shot! Goal! Milan! And they get themselves in front! Truly superb. A goal of such supreme quality, composure and class.
What about the pass, Peter? It was played so intelligently and he picked out the perfect target.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here? Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Bojan. Cafu. This is a promising build-up. Knocks it into space. Real chance! And he's stuck it away. 2 up now, and they are cruising.
Yeah, to see it unfold as succinctly as that, it looks telepathic.
Milan go up by 2 and are looking good.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
Firm header just off target.
He did so well there, it's just a shame about the accuracy.
Ibrahimovic does really well to win the ball there. Milan have hit a quick-fire double here and are firmly in control at 3-1. And this is Hazard. Milan needed that. They really needed it.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern.
Well, that's a foul. Free kick's been given. And that's going to be a booking. And it's Bojan. Mateus. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Mateus. And this is Adriano. And he's got away from... Adriano! Euphoria, utopia, and they are cavorting. And they are disappearing out of sight. Unstoppable. Just how do they contain him?
Adriano demonstrated great strength there. I mean, he really had to hold his man off and just create enough room for him to be able to get the shot away. And I think it's just top play.
Milan visibly comfortable, now up by 3.
Yeah, it's all happening now. There's been an upping of the intention and urgency, a real step up in possession and purpose now.
Zambrotta did incur the wrath of the referee and has earned himself a booking in the process. Vieira. That has been cut short. And it's Del Piero. Nicely weighted ball. Can he finish? Now, who's going to be first to this? Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Looking tidy in possession here. It's run loose here. Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. Now it's Beckham. It's come to nothing. Triol. Now Bojan. 5 minutes left on the clock. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Ibrahimovic. Mateus. Gullit is the guilty party there. He knew what was coming. That's a yellow card. Cafu.
Might want to be careful there.
Throw-in. Could be danger here. Yeah, he's pulled him up for that challenge. Now then, what's happening here? He is already on a yellow. Vieira has been sent off, just to confirm that, of course, that was his second yellow card. He's shaping up to have a crack from here. Del Piero!
Il quarto uomo indica 4 minuti di recupero.
4 extra minutes added on. Gullit. Haaland. Now it's Gullit. Now it's Haaland. And here's Beckham. And there's his chance to lead the counter. And that's that. Milan, just a thrill to witness here. Quick, slick, and such fun. You really would fear for anyone playing up against them right now.
Senhoras e senhores, sejam bem-vindos.
So bring it
à
on.
partida
Height,
de hoje.
expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. There's the whistle.
David Seaman, clearly one of the finest English goalkeepers of modern times.
Well, Peter, if you're part of the defence in front of him, the lines of communication are fully open. He has a big say in redirecting traffic away from his box.
And his career went on and on and on.
Listen, the best tend to stay around.
Bragantino with the corner, there first.
Triol with the clearance.
Tries to play it through. And now a sudden chance to counter.
Now it's Aguero.
And he was quick to react. Now it's Pato. Del Piero. And this is Pato. Very nicely done. He's found a way through. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time.
Bojan.
This is a promising build-up. Del Piero.
Lampard. Now it's Aguero. Schneider.
Aguero.
Aguero! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
So, Jim, what have you made of what we've seen so far?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
Shot, it's Aguero! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
First quarter of an hour gone. And here's Beckham. Thinks about the shot. Del Piero is always playing with one eye on the spectacular. Milan yet to have an attempt on goal. Del Piero. Now it's Pato. Mateus. Zanetti makes the interception. Triol kept his eye on it, and he's there. Knocks it into space. Triol is sporting a guilty look after that.
He made it look a bit predictable. They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Always onto this.
It was indecision all round. They have to do a bit better than that.
Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Bragantino clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Adriano. Rijkaard gets across to intercept that.
Bojan.
Rijkaard. Mateus. Now it's Pato. Always goal side. Lovely.
Adriano!
Well, the finish certainly didn't match the build-up.
He did well there, held his run enough to ensure he didn't stray offside.
That has ended up in no man's land. Cafu providing an outlet on that flank. Cafu just loves to go forward whenever he can. And he's seen that early, used a certain sixth sense. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
And he's managed to get free. And Del Piero! Oh, that That was wicked, a truly wicked effort.
Yeah, certainly could have been something so much more.
Adriano. And it's Bojan. Adriano. Oh, well cut out, no margin for error there at all. And here's Del Piero. Mateus can see things others simply cannot. And a goal here would be the ultimate pick-me-up just before the break. He's shifting through the gears here. Shoots! They've scored! The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
Bragantino are in front now, the game's only goal.
Well, I guess this ought to make things interesting, Peter. No doubt the opposition will now be forced to play a more open and riskier game.
Great vision. That is good alertness. Threads one in. Oh, Red, nice interception. Now it's Azar. Azar is offering some sort of an apology there.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Well, we expected better, and so did he. He's a sharp little ball here. And into the grateful arms of the keeper.
I wouldn't fancy playing up front in these circumstances, to be honest. There's absolutely no supply.
Adriano. And again, they run up against stubborn defending. Now it's Azar. Now it's Aguero. That's the end of the first 45. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here. Milan unable to get back onto level terms before half-time. They trail 1-0.
Yeah, you don't get any points for stating the obvious, Peter, but thankfully this is still very savable. Keep things simple, keep the intensity high, and hope for an early goal. If that happens, it's a game-changer.
So that's how it stands at halfway. We'll be back with the second half very soon. Back on the way then.
Well, I think in these circumstances it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
Lampard never out of the action for very long. Schneider. Well timed, excellent interception. Adriano. And that has put paid to that. Bojan. He's had a shot! Oh, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
Oh, it's very good running, that. You're always going to have chances with that kind of movement.
Somewhat off target. Showing good feet. Now there's a fine ball. Oh, nice touch. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Oh, what a mistake! Milan still behind thanks to that solitary strike. Mateus. Adriano. And this is Bojan. Cafu. He's picked his way through.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Desai. Del Piero, the specialist in tearing teams apart. Pato. Oh, that's wonderful alertness.
Milan really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
This is a really front-footed approach.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
And here's Lampard. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
We've not seen much from this team as a whole, Peter. OK, that's largely due to the way their opponents have approached it, but they can up their game considerably, and I mean considerably.
And here's Pato. Oh, he's caught him there, it's a free kick. And it's Bojan. Now it's Batistuta. Just eases him off the ball. Mateus. Oh, super ball.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Maldini is someone so often referred to as the defender's defender. That's a quick free kick. Mateus. And this is Adriano. Tries to dink it through. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. And he's there to get it away.
Milan seem happy to bash their heads against the brick wall, Peter. That central route forward is just a no-go zone.
Rijkaard is the team's great visionary. Zanetti. Mateus. Adriano. Tries to play it through. Now it's Del Piero.
Milan really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
Searching pass he's played there. Great ball, and he's in here. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Well, I thought they got off lightly there. The odds were stacked against them.
Substituição em campo. Sai para a entrada do jogador, camisa 8.
And the finish! And that really should have been that.
Well, for me, he seems to be playing with a lot more zest now. He does look the most likely to grab that second goal cushion.
Substituição no time do Milan.
So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here.
Camisa 7. Alexandre Pato. Camisa 98.
The final moments of a game that has been pretty compelling overall.
Well, I suppose they need something to break their way, Peter. Anything at this late stage.
Cafu for Olise. Rijkaard. Jules. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Rijkaard looking to pass their way up the pitch. Good ball, good take. Julie oh, good effort. Oh, he's given that plenty, but no.
Yeah, I think he's going to be a bit disappointed with that, Peter. You would have fancied him to at least hit the target.
Camisa 23. Camisa 22. Deixando o campo para a entrada de camisa 18. Camisa 17.
Bragantino making further changes here, and in quick succession. Looking for the run. That looks a cracking ball. Chance! Goal! And this is getting better and better. He watched it all the way, and the finish was unerring.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and met it perfectly.
Foram indicados 4
Bragantino
minutos de
have
acréscimo.
surely won it, or so you would think.
Well, that's a really bitter blow. I think it's going to be very hard for them to find the character to respond from that.
Time added on, 4 minutes. Whistle's gone, that's a foul. There could be trouble here, but for now the referee is keeping his cards in his pocket. Elise. Passing nice and neat. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. In the end then, no joy. Not for the want of trying, not for the want of running. Simply they were beaten by a better team on the day. Well, what are your thoughts on today's game then, Jim?
Well, Peter, I really couldn't...